of his party.
200,000 people have now been forced to flee their homes after fast-moving wildfires carry on spreading across Southern California. The blazes have reached the Pacific Ocean and had an impact on the state's main coastal highway. Firefighters have been working around the clock. Hundreds of houses, though, have been destroyed, with the flames being fanned by winds gusting in excess of 100 kilometers an hour. We will get an update for you a little bit later in the bulletin. Stay with us for that. First, though, we're going to get a return to our top story, the prospect of that deal between Britain and the EU, which would allow, we think, Brexit talks to move to the second phase, which is certainly what the UK wants as soon as possible, to start talking about future trade relations with the EU. Now, the President of the European Council, Donald Tusk, so he's the man who represents the member states in Brussels, is scheduled to make a statement on Brexit in where are we? About an hour from now. We've also got, of course, Theresa May, as we've said, due to meet with Jean-Claude Juncker, the Commission President, in a similar time frame. It's all about to happen. It looks like it might even be choreographed for a moment. There have been talks going through the night, though, on the future status of the Irish border, the key remaining divorce issue that still has to be resolved before those trade talks can begin. Well, Cornelia Meyer is with me now, CEO of business consultancy MRL Corporation. Cornelia, thank you very much for joining us. We can have a review of all the media in due course, but your timing's great. It's all just clicking back into place, it seems.
Well, and thank goodness it is, because we really do need, for the British economy, we do need to be able to move on to trade talks. And not just for the British economy, for the Irish economy as well. Because if you look, the Irish economy is so interlinked with Britain that Ireland stands maybe even more to lose from Brexit than we do here in Britain. And Ireland is also important to Britain, obviously the border, the Good Friday Agreement, the peace. And the other thing is, Theresa May herself, when she was Home Secretary, once said, we export more to Ireland than we do to China.
It's an extraordinary fact, that, isn't it? I mean, part of this clearly at this stage is simply about wording, isn't it? And the wording for many people is going to be confusing. We were talking about regulatory alignment before, now maybe regulatory, what is it, equilibrium or equivalence, that's what it was.
Yes.
So these are just words, though. They are not necessarily yet enshrined in some sort of legal fashion.
No, but you know, the thing is, this is Ireland, and Irish politics have been fought with a lot of passion, and until recently with a lot of arms. So words do matter, and you know, the DUP, the Ulster